Welcome to the Raw.
No, he still get his ass whooped. He just positively. I'm gonna make it good. What's real life situation? You get your ass handed to you, and you just, I got to go now. Nah, out of here.
It's another one of those that you're pretty sure is tucking something away by the end of the day. I mean, the woman, she makes Mark Henry look little.
Want good news, and if you want good reviews, you come here to It's All a Work. Yeah! Snap into a podcast! Hello, 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 and welcome to the SmackDown review. Ooh, yeah. That's right, it's me, your boy, Big T. It is Hangy Mangy down below. It is Dreshin down below, and we are here to review SmackDown. What's up, fellas? How you doing?
What's up? We Gucci. We Gucci.
Well, SmackDown is done. We are on the heels of a good one, I think. They didn't straight up tell us the main event this time. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. I was thinking the main event was something else, and all right with it. I'm good with it.
Word.
Something different.
Yeah. Well, I thought the United States Championship was going to be the main event. That's what they had advertised, so
right.
But we got to we have to go through some business first. So Hangy Mangy, a lot of people don't know this, he recently had a birthday. He is 45. So
fuck
no. No, he ain't 45, he's 30 something. But anyway, we got him a gift, and it's from the gentleman right here, California Threads, or the business right here, California Threads. G, if you would go ahead and open up that box that I asked you not to open.
What box?
The box.
The box. What you talking about? Fucking with you.
Oh, I was like, wait, well, this will be embarrassing.
All right. Oh. Let's see. There's some black in here, so it's positive. Ah.
Jeez.
It's not just a mirror.
Oh! 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 Look at this shit! Yo! Hold on. Man. Look at that. Everybody know who that face is.
That's right.
Everybody know who that face is. Yeah. Yeah. Yo. I ain't gonna lie. This is sick.
Yeah, man. Yep. So that comes from California Threads from a man George Ray's out in Cali. He's got an Instagram right here. Go check out his stuff. Actually, you know what? This is a perfect time for me to see if the Ninja chat works. Let's see. If I click on it, it should highlight it and put it up on here. It is not doing that though. I'm gonna have to figure that out. So clicking on it selects it, but it doesn't put it on the screen. Oh well.
We got more items in the box.
Oh yeah. Keep going through the box.
Yo, hold on. Oh shit. You know what? I wasn't a fan of his until, a little bit later, but Ravishing Rick Rude.
All right.
Look at this. Oh, hold on, Kat. Stop blurring. You're blurring yourself.
Well, you got your background blur on. That's why it's happening.
Whatever. You can see it's Ravishing Rick. All right. It's pretty neat.
Yes, it is.
All right. We got something else in here. Oh, the scroll to life. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm about to have everlasting. What? Hold on. The fuck is this bullshit?
Oh, I got that for you. Oh, that's just for you. That's right. Hulkamaniac.
And in immortal words of my man Jay Uso, it's going to the cat. Yeet.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, look.
That's messed up.
Fuck him.
Oh man. All right, look. Either way, the chat thing isn't working. It's working all the way up until the point to where I can click it and then it doesn't show up on stream. So we're gonna work on that. We'll figure that out later. But let's go ahead and jump straight in to SmackDown. Thank y'all for staying with us through that little part there. But we're going to open up SmackDown with Paul Heyman. All right, so obviously before that we're seeing who's here, walking through the building, whatever, the same thing we've done forever.
His name is Paul Heyman.
Also before that though, we should say Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett are better placed, in my opinion, on SmackDown. So they announced that they're permanently on SmackDown. So that's good. Then we get a 5-minute recap of what happened on Netflix, because that's what they do. And it's actually good to see the change from them highlighting SmackDown on Raw, from them highlighting Raw on SmackDown. That's a good thing, I think. And then we see Paul Heyman come out. Obviously, he's got a little pep in his step. He's really happy because on Monday, his tribal chief won the tribal combat. He comes out to announce as much. He says there's only one tribal chief on the island of relevancy, and that tribal chief is Roman Reigns.
You gotta say it like this. Roman Reigns.
He then says, after he kisses Roman's ass for a little bit, because obviously that's what he's going to do. It's what he does. He then says that what Roman's going to do next, he needs to tell a person. And he needs to tell this person face to face. And he calls out Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes is going to come out. He comes to the ring. And then, Paul says that he's managed to do something that not a lot of people have done, and that is attain Roman Reigns' respect. And he kind of kisses Cody's ass for a little bit as well. Paul's good at that. He doesn't want to get his ass kicked So he kisses a little ass. I understand. He's an advocate. Makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Paul then tells Cody that Roman wants his title back. And I think I heard some boos in the crowd when this happened.
Slightly.
This was really
Slightly.
interesting. The crowd might not want Cody versus Roman 3. They might not want it.
They're not going to get it yet.
I don't think they're going to get it either. But either way, he says the way that Roman is going to attain this, and this is not a prediction, it's a spoiler, is that Roman will be entering the 2025 Royal Rumble, and he will be winning the 2025 Royal Rumble. And then he asks Cody, what do you want to talk about? Now, here's what's interesting, all right? Right now, we only have 3 declared people for the Royal Rumble. We have CM Punk, we have John Cena, we have Roman Reigns.
When did Punk declare?
Huh?
When did Punk declare?
On Raw.
Punk didn't declare yet.
He did.
You only have 2.
No, Punk declared. 100%.
When did Punk declare?
On Raw.
I didn't remember. I don't remember that.
That's fine. Somebody look it up.
You,
I promise you.
WWE is not announcing it as him being declared.
Motherfucker, tell us when he announced it. He said, no, Punk declared. When?
I'm telling you right
Doesn't
fucking
matter.
now,
He declared.
WWE is saying he has not announced yet.
Damn. This motherfucking T over here. When did Punk declare?
Man, it's
I don't
like
know.
always. He can't be wrong. It's not allowed.
He declared. Where? Doesn't matter. He declared. Bitch. Nah, that's funny.
It's only January 10th, and John Cena, CM Punk, and now Roman Reigns are now confirmed for the 2025 WWE Royal Rumble match from Forbes.com. All right, so now that we've got that out of the way,
That's Forbes. They ain't WWE.
I don't know what those.
I just asked a man
What?
when he declared, and a motherfucker can't tell me.
I
That's
said
all
on
I'm saying.
Raw. I said on Raw 3 times.
Okay, yeah, on Raw. That's 3. You know what? Just do your thing. You're about as useful as they come. Just do your thing.
Damn.
Heard.
You got to work in the morning. Let's go.
Motherfucker said,
Heard.
as for the thunder, he got the lightning.
I don't know how to be more specific than that. But either way,
Maybe sometime within the 3 hours. You know, hey, during this segment, you know.
Oh, so
did
you
he yell
want,
it
like-
out in the middle of the fucking match?
you want like 2 hours and whatever. It happened during the. It happened whenever he came out at some point, or no, when he was in the back. I don't know. It happened at some point on Raw. All right, that's all I know. And it happened after John Cena. John Cena was officially the first one. Then CM Punk declared, and so it had to be like a backstage segment or something. But I don't know. Either way,
Hey.
it might be on the. It might have been on the more expensive Netflix that y'all don't pay for. So either
You
way,
still didn't see it.
Cody gets a hold of the mic, and KO's gonna come out and stand. He comes out through the crowd, and he is upset now because Cody shook hands with The Rock on Monday, and then he came out and he shook Paul Heyman's hand, and he mocks Cody for, because he shook Paul Heyman's hand, and then not even 10 minutes later, Paul Heyman's like, well, now Roman's gonna take your title, and Cody's had enough of this. Goes up through the crowd, chases KO through the stands. Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu, after Cody leaves, they come out and they corner Paul in the ring. It looks like they're going to kick his ass. But then Jimmy comes out to make the save. He gets some good super kicks in. But when he goes to get a chair, and after he gives Paul the weirdest dap up in history, he goes to get that chair, and he hits Tama, takes Tama down, hits Jacob Fatu. You can't hit Jacob Fatu with a chair. It's like hitting him with steroids or speed or something, because he doesn't feel it. So he no-sells it, and that's when they beat the hell out of Jimmy.
He does the thing.
You what?
He does the thing.
Oh yeah, he wiggles his whole body.
Yeah.
But Cody makes his way back down to the ring to make the save for Jimmy. And this is while Jacob is laying out security left and right, just for the sin of getting in the ring and looking at him funny. So
Yeah, he actually kicked the producer, if I remember right.
Yeah.
he kicked somebody in their damn face.
I think they said he laid out the fucking producer at one point. I'm like, God damn.
He kicked the producer out the ring. I was like, God damn.
The producer should have been in the damn ring. I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
Look, you see Nick Aldis. He's staying outside the ring. He's just
I was saying Nick was down on the ground going, look, bro, stop this shit.
He looked at the producer. He was like, yo, that's wild.
He saw what happened to the producer. He said, I'm good.
I'll deal with it later.
He called the producer. You see Nick Aldis going.
You know, Jacob and Cody though. I want to see that. I want to see that match. I can't remember if they've already had that match, but if they have, and I saw it, I want to see it again. Them facing off.
Just in a tag team.
I think it was just in a tag team, but I think that it'll be a good match. I think Cody needs to put his title on the line for that match. I would love to see Jacob win the title, to be honest, but it would have no bearing in the Bloodline story, so it's pointless. You know what I mean?
It just could be a Savage gone wild.
Well,
he just beats Cody and just runs off with the title.
Motherfucker, the Gorillas are coming back. Well, I know, but the tag team, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But after Cody chases him off, we're going to go to commercial and come back. The Bloodline is fighting security still. And at one point, Jacob pushes everyone back, seemingly with just two hands. He pushes 5 people back. And then he looks at one guy. He gets in one guy's face particular. And he says, you better think about your life right now, because there is no way you're throwing me out of here.
That is the most fucking insane shit. He was ghetto as hell. You better think about your life right now, because throwing me out of here.
The wild thing about it,
terrifying.
The wild thing about it is that white dude with curly hair, whatever NXT trainee he is, he was like shaking his head like he was like going to do something, and then LA Knight just kicks him in the face and kicks him out the door. LA Knight says, he looks at Nick Aldis because Nick Aldis was there. He looks at Nick Aldis and he says he was using his outside voice, so I put him outside. I got a title to win. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So,
fucking Knight.
Yeah, so obviously this is all just the setup for stuff down the line. And to be honest, when Nick didn't make the match then and there, I was like, well, what's going to be the main event? I guess it must be the United States Championship match. The way that they formatted this, I thought was pretty cool. So we're then going to end up moving to Michin versus Chelsea Green. So we got a women's United States title defense. And it was an awesome match. Having Michin versus Chelsea Green is always a great match. You know what I mean? They did that. They've gone. I think they've gone against each other like what, 2 or 3 times now. So this was like.
This was the third. Yeah, I think because they did the. No, this might have been number 4 because they'd had a match beforehand, and then they did the dumpster match.
Yep.
And then we did the title match. So yeah, this might have been number 4.
Good man. Yeah. Good shit.
Hey, shout out to Kick Ash Podcast. She says, what's up, guys? About to head home from work, and we'll catch the show later, but wanted to say, hey, hello, and thank you for all of the kindness, the shout out on Twitter. We really, really appreciate it. Y'all go check out her podcast, because it kicks ash. It's amazing. It really is really good. And she doesn't stream right after the show like most of us streamers. So the good thing about that is that unlike a lot of us, she has her notes well together, and she has a lot of well thought out. She has a lot of well thought out things. So check her out, definitely. Either way, so with Michin and Chelsea Green, again, I want to get y'all's opinions. What are y'all thinking about this match? I mean, do you think that we've seen the last of Michin now? I mean, the match kind of ended oddly. So are they going to go again, or are we going to move on to someone else?
Well, I think at this point we should move on. Personally. I mean, I don't have any issues with Michin, don't get that wrong. I love the way the fight goes, but at this point it's starting to get stale. You know, you can't just keep running the same 2 women back, bam, bam. You know, you've got other people in that category You know, I mean, the EST should be down there now. Obviously, she can't hang. You know, get somebody else in there. Let Mi Chen get a break. Use her for a different storyline. Anything to that. You know, these constant feuds, unless it's for one of the big belts, at least to me, just aren't entertaining in the long run.
Fair
That's
enough.
my thought.
I mean, honestly, if they do it again, it's going to be the last one. This could be the last one, or they'll do one more, and I think that will be more of a defining win. You know, no interference from big mad Piper Nivens, and it'll be just a straight up victory, whether it be Chelsea or whether Mia Chin actually takes the belt off of her. Because remember, Triple H said that, you know, we're gonna do things differently now, so we shall see.
True that. I mean, I would like. So I mean, okay. The finish of the match itself is Piper getting involved, right? Mi Chin was going to go to the top rope. She does the cannonball move, basically, to Piper Niven from the apron. Mi Chin gets back on the top rope, does a crossbody at Chelsea, rolls through it. Chelsea rolls through, grabs the tights, 1, 2, 3, boom, done and dusted. After the match, Mi Chin tries to attack Chelsea, and this is another thing, like you talk about things being different. This is another thing that they're doing differently, where the face isn't always being face-like. So, Mi Chin, who's the face, is going to attack Chelsea after the match, and the heel, Piper, comes in to make the save, the personal bodyguard of the United States champion. So, another just weird thing that they're doing that I like the way they're flipping the script. I think it's pretty cool.
I mean, I think they're blurring the lines now, because honestly, a face isn't really a face anymore. It's more of a, you know, everybody's kind of for themselves. I mean, you have face teams, but nobody's really, like, swinging the good guy bell 100%. Like, Cody is prime example of 95% swinging the good bell, but goddamn it, I will use a chair to get this dub.
It's true.
So,
Well, I mean, and they're pushing that, you know. Even Triple H said, if you watched a little bit of the after run from last week on Raw, you know, he said we've used these terms that we're not allowed to use. You know, they referred to the title as the belt. They used heel. They used face. They're starting to use all these taboo terms because they've transcended the company. And at this point, you can't have somebody just be a face because it gets fucking boring. You know, you can't have somebody just be a heel because then it gets essentially boring. You're like, all right, I know what the fuck's going to happen. You know, at the end of the day, you have to have these characters be fleshed out to the point that they're human.
Mm-hmm.
And they have their, you know, Cody has to defend. The way you see Cody nowadays is Cody is essentially that face, but he has to defend the locker room's honor at whatever fucking cost.
Yeah.
You know? He's still hurt from fucking with KO before, and he's out here messing with the most dangerous person on the roster right now in the Werewolf, you know? And he's tagging with Jimmy, who you know is going to piss KO off more because Jimmy's still siding with the OTC.
Yep.
So, you know, they're trying to flesh the characters out more so they feel more real. And I kind of like the way that's going with a lot of these characters.
I agree. So yeah, Chelsea Green is going to retain, and I think, my personal opinion, because of what happened, Mi Chin attacking Piper coming in and getting some revenge on Mi Chin, I think that we're going to see that match next week. I don't think they announced it, but I definitely think it's coming next week. I think it's going to be a thing. But moving on, we're going to get to we're going to get a recap of what happened with the tag team titles last week. All the controversy and the drama with that. They have a nice little video package for us, and it's going to take us to a shot from earlier in the day when A-Town Down, Pretty Deadly, Motor City Machine Guns, Angel Humberto La Garza is their official name. I had to figure that out and then write it down so I didn't sound like an idiot. They're all arguing and chomping at the bit to get a title shot. They all think they're the next, right? They all think they're the next ones. Nick Aldis says, all right, look, I've got a way to settle this. Pretty Deadly, you guys have an issue with Los Garza, go ahead and go against them. And Motor City Machine Guns, you have an issue with A-Town Down, you go ahead and you go against them. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to get into our Angel Umberto versus Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. So this is a part of, they said that SmackDown is now going to be using more underutilized talent. So right here with this match, as a matter of fact, with these four teams, 3 of the 4 haven't been getting used a lot. And we're using all 4 of them now. So Pretty Deadly, Los Garza, obviously, right now, as far as power rankings are concerned, they would be considered on the bottom rung of the tag team division. And they went out there and had a pretty decent match. I mean, what do y'all think?
Oh no, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Pretty Deadly. I'm really not. But the fight, the fight they put up was pretty good. And their storytelling they've got going on with them as well. Again, I like it. I think it's going along well. I think it's going to be a good storyline in the long run. The match itself, I don't know. I think they gave a little bit away in story as far as the whole, them screaming for the boys to come out. But you got to do what you got to do. So I think it was, like I said, I think it was a really good match personally.
Yeah, I tend to agree. G, I know you said you had some stuff going on. Were you able to go back and catch this match? No, it's all good.
That tells you anything. I mean, I watched the start of it, and the Garza is great. I love him. I wasn't just into it, It just wasn't my cup of tea, so I took a nap with some tea and crumpets.
Well, the cool thing that happened during the middle of the match is that Kit starts screaming out for DIY to come save them in the middle of the match. I thought that shit was hilarious because they have this like unspoken agreement that's not really an agreement on Tommaso Ciampa's side. that they'll be there for each other or whatever, and that this will eventually lead to some kind of tag team title situation or match situation. Obviously, that's going to blow up in Pretty Deadly's face. But I thought that was hilarious. During the match, one of the things, and I tweeted about this, one of the things during the match that was hard is that they were both heels. So it was hard to tell who was really more heel in this match. That's another reason why this match could have been considered boring. You need a face, you need a heel. Well, at the very end, you figure out who the heels are. Electra Lopez gets up on the apron. Santos Escobar hits Elton's legs to make him fall on the Giggleberries. That allows Los Garza to do the press slam and win. The press slam is impressive. I really honestly wish that they would have done it from the top rope like they normally do because it's a badass move. But this was kind of a different version of it. I think I've never seen them do it. I could have missed it. But I think that they've modified their top rope version to like a on the ring canvas version because they noticed a lot of people are liking it. But Los Garza is going to end up getting this win. So what they do with that, I don't know. But hopefully we see them next week doing their thing.
We shall see.
And that's going to take us to one hell of a great match, and I really want to hear y'all's opinions on this one. And that is LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura. So, G, I know you're really down with Shinsuke Nakamura. So, if you were able to see this match, if you're done with your nap and crumpets or whatever you were talking about, break this match down for me, man. How did you feel about this match? What highlights did you see? What are you thinking?
I mean, I thought it was a decent match. It was okay. It's more of a typical Shinsuke LA Knight match. Pretty good, and then had its spots. I just didn't like the ending, honestly. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen because of what happened earlier.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like one of those things where you kind of destroy the match by having that interference in a sense.
Yeah, I will say that they pulled a swerve on me because I thought when the turnbuckle got exposed, I was like, oh, that's Shinsuke's out right there. That's how Shinsuke retains. That's his thing. But no, you're right. They went with the whole bringing out the bloodline, you know, and then pushing what would end up being the main event. Yeah.
I will say,
it's what, you know, just exactly what we were talking about. You said it right there. Oh, that's Shinsuke's thing. That's Shinsuke's, because he does it every week now. He did it last time he was in the ring too. He pulled that middle turnbuckle off. Don't let it be an okay, got this type thing, you know?
True.
Otherwise, we're going to get in that situation where G is with Pretty Deadly and go have our tea and crumpets and take a nap.
But they did it really creatively. The way that they did that, like, back roll, and it was almost, I mean, like, they did it so smoothly to where I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, it was LA, right, who grabbed onto the rope, and it was almost like it was an accident that he pulled it.
It was LA pulled Shinsuke away, but Shinsuke was holding on to the cover, and as he pulled away, he ripped it off.
I say it was so smooth. It really was.
But when Shinsuke went for that knee, I was like, oh shit, this is over with. But for LA to reverse that shit and hit that blunt force, I was like, oh shit, this might be it. But what got me was he didn't cover him immediately. Regardless if he's knocked out or not, he didn't even go for it yet.
Yeah, the BFT got me hyped. When I saw the BFT, I was like, come on, please let us see a title change. And then, like, it was crazy. I will say that the match did its job. The match made me forget, for a second, what happened earlier. Because you see what happened earlier, and it's like you said, G, you knew it was coming. But, like, they did their job. Like, I loved seeing LA Knight and Shinsuke go at it. I love, like, the way that they go in the ring is fantastic. Shinsuke's new gimmick is fantastic. His new entrance is fantastic. It's ominous. It reminds me of The Undertaker a little. Like, it's awesome. So all of that, the theatrics and the way that they worked the match made me forget for just half a second. It made me believe that maybe LA Knight would get his title back. So...
So, do we see them continuing this feud?
Yes,
or is
I think
so.
That it? No, I think we see this one continuing.
Yeah,
because there was no definitive win. You know, I think maybe we see LA Knight do exactly what we talked about before, where it's, I want this shit, but I want your fucking head first. So kind of like, instead of we were saying I'm feuding with this guy, I want the title, I think he's gonna go, I want the title, but I want your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going at the Samoan werewolf. I don't think he's gonna win that one, but
I think we probably see this culminate at Saturday night's main event. And if not, it's definitely gonna be at the Rumble. But that's where this will end. But I think that LA Knight is gonna end up being in the Rumble. So I think that it's gonna be Saturday night's main event where they end this feud. Maybe. We'll see. However, there is something that I wanted to bring up. This is the second time that you do see the Bloodline and Shinsuke Nakamura kind of intertwining a little bit. And so I put in my notes, I was like, there's a triple threat coming. There's definitely a triple threat coming at some point where Shinsuke and the Bloodline will go against Cody, Jimmy, and LA Knight. It's probably going to happen.
Yeah, I can see that happening, definitely. It'd be weird, but I can see it happening.
True. But, yeah, so LA Knight technically wins, but Shinsuke still retains. Title does not change hands on a disqualification on this night. So Shinsuke lives another day. Which is going to bring us into... Which, by the way, I got to say, I loved how much actual wrestling there was and how little backstage segments there were. They still pushed storylines and did everything they had to do, but there was so much good wrestling tonight, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Which, speaking of good wrestling, that brings us to Motor City Machine Guns versus A-Town Down Under.
Didn't we skip a slightly, I guess not important, but it was a story-based piece?
Yeah, what I miss?
Everybody's favorite lovable loser, Apollo Crews, talking shit to Pretty Deadly.
Damn, I missed that.
Yeah, so that happened.
Back and...
That happens after the Machine Gun.
Is that after this one?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And the reason
thought
it
it was
happens
before
is
theirs.
because DIY is watching this match, and that's how they set it all up.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, Motor City Machine Guns versus A-Town Down. I just want to say, because I say it every time, and I'm going to continue saying it. A-Town Down's entrance is sus as hell. And if I ever meet Grayson Waller in Austin Theory, I will tell them that to their face. I'll be like, look, and I'll film it. I will film it and I'll put it on the YouTube. I'll say, look, you know that your entrance is sus as hell, right? Like, how are you going to be a whole ass man and flexing, and then some man's just going to pop up out of nowhere and be like, yeah!
Yo, you can't say that and then respect the DX pose either.
What?
I'm just saying. Shawn Michaels literally at this man crotch right here, and then Triple H is right behind him like, yeah. You can't say that and then respect that pose too. Like, it's one and the same almost.
You know what? That's a solid point. I will actually take back what I said. That's a solid point. Because, Triple H and Shawn were just over here in front of each other so, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I was like, he gonna get in the back of your head because it won't put like this much space between the two of them.
Right, they were on steroids, so there was less than that to him, you know?
Moving on. God damn.
Oh my God. All right. So, this is where, like, I was kind of focusing more on the match itself and the feeling of the match. So the first half of the match, I don't have much notes, right? But I will say, during that first commercial, right, of the match, there was a advertisement for Raw on Netflix. And something that I noticed was Becky Lynch was in there. And Bayley was in there. So on the Netflix on Raw promos, Bayley and Becky are both in there. So I tweeted out, I said, so I guess that means Becky's coming back. She's going to go to Raw. And I guess that means that Bayley's confirmed going to Raw at some point. But considering what happened tonight, that doesn't make much sense. So I guess we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, well, she loses against Tiffany time, so.
No, she's definitely going to lose against Tiffany.
Relax.
No, because Tiffany's title reign isn't going to be a one and done.
Look, I saw the look in your eyes. You were like, she definitely losing. Like, relax.
No, Nia gonna come out and sit on her chest about 4 times during her fucking title.
Yo, she go turn on the fucking Bronson Reed.
Man.
she go do Tiffany like Bronson Reed.
Nia literally said I could kill. We ain't to that yet, but yeah, goddamn.
But yeah, she did say that.
She's like the first wrestler to get herself fucking bleeped out on Netflix. Oh, we're not on Netflix. That's why. That's why she got.
We're not on Netflix.
Yeah, because she said shit. But the thing is, you can let shit fly on Netflix, but not on USA. So that was kind of cool. I mean, we'll get to it when we get to that.
That was the fire in Nia. Was fucking.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Nia came out hot tonight, and I liked it. But we'll get to that. So. Basically, the last bit of notes that I did get for the machine gun. So I'll say this, or machine gun, Motor City Machine Gun. Watching Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin is always a treat. First of all, like, gee, you know this. Like, they're amazing. Their move where they drop kick the ankle and Sabin flips over the opponent and holds their neck up while in like a neck breaker hold, and Shelley kicks him in the face. Like,
that motherfucking move is stupid.
Like, that's crazy. Like, come at you quick wrestling, and that's why DIY and Motor City Machine Guns is such a phenomenal pairing. Like, they are so good. And that's one match where whether they're both heels, whether they're both faces, whether one's a heel or a face, it does not matter. The match is going to be fantastic either way. But let's see. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I was even writing down, like, the match just kept moving quickly, tit for tat kind of moves. I did put in there that A-Town Down Under, like, they really did show why they were the champions at one point. Like, the way that they were wrestling and keeping up with Motor City Machine Guns. Like, A-Town Down Under, they have a fast style, but Motor City Machine Guns is next level fast style wrestling. So they were keeping up perfectly with them.
It's literally 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yep.
But yeah, no, you're right. A-Town Down, I We don't credit them enough for their tag team.
Down started as a fucking joke, but they're they work very well together. They really do.
Yep.
Which is why I'm kind of glad they haven't broken up yet.
Yep. That's what I was about to say. I like that they stopped teasing the breakup because it's still there. There's still very slight undertones, but I like that they've gotten past that because it's like they do need to stay a tag team. They're really, really good. And I tweeted something out that might get us a little backlash because I said, like it or not, or I said unpopular opinion, Vince McMahon was right about Austin Theory. So, yes, he was right about Austin Theory, but people aren't going to like the fact that I mentioned Vince McMahon being correct about something. But
all right, so this has been all the work. It's all the work. Let's see y'all never.
This is my last podcast. Thank you for watching.
We're done now. We're done. Had a good run, y'all. Lasted a little over a year.
Hulk Hogan, and I'll leave off with that.
Yeah.
Deuces.
That's why I took the Hulk Hogan beanie off quick. I didn't want people to be like, all right, I'm out. But
you was dropped like a motherfucker.
But either way, Motor City Machine Guns win via the Skull and Bones. And this brings us to what Dresh was talking about. Dresh, do you know the segment well enough to go through it?
I don't have notes on it. I know it was, Tiffany went out. Tiffany did her thing that, I'm sorry, I wanted to throw up.
Well, wait a minute. I was talking about
She was celebrating.
Hold on. I was talking about the DIY part. The DIY in the back and Pretty Deadly.
Pretty Deadly goes in the back, and they catch up with DIY, and they're like, hey, what the hell? We scratch your back, you scratch ours. DIY goes, yo, I don't want you scratching anything. And then they're like, hey, we got a lot of heat on us right now. We got a lot of heat. That's why we couldn't come out there. We couldn't come out there. And Pretty Deadly's like, yeah, but the heat is what made it good. That's why we needed you. And DIY keeps feeding him the cock and bull story of, hey, we got you. We couldn't come out there tonight. There's just too much. We couldn't. And they walk away. And as they walk away, Apollo Crews pops up and goes, hey, they playing you, right? Huh?
Yep.
If y'all believe anything they're saying, you deserve everything you're about to get. And he slaps him on the shoulder and walks away.
Yep.
So Apollo Crews just in everybody's ear right now. That's his segment now. He just in the back listening to conversations like, yo,
motherfucker can't win a match, so now they're just using him as a snitch.
I'm here for it, to be honest, man. Like if anything, any Apollo Crews I can get, I'm here for.
Just to have some TV time. God damn. This is what a snitch. Motherfucker just in the back. They talking shit about you, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't let that happen to me. That's crazy.
It is what it is at this point, man. I want them. I want to see more of them. So hopefully they get some on TV soon. Hopefully he's got a tag team partner coming. That'd be cool. Tag team partner comes in. He gets to be in the tag team run. That'd be nice. I don't know. Damn.
Just give him a solo run. Fuck it. God damn.
Man, he's got a lot to overcome for a solo run. But either way, before we get to Tiffy time, we're going to be in the back with Nia and Candice LeRae. Nia says that she wonders what Tiffany's going to say, and as a matter of fact, she should go out and congratulate Tiffy in person. That is when we get to Tiffy time, her little celebration.
Oh my God, I don't care if it's a celebration. Bitch, she's at the Tiffy top. Oh my God, I'm going to throw something at you. Jesus. And, she made me want to hit her every time she opened her mouth.
All right, well, now we're getting canceled. But no, so Byron's doing the interview, right? And you all know that since February, before the Elimination Chamber last year, I have been going on about how great Tiffy is. Y'all know I love Tiffany Stratton. This did not do it for me. I needed her to come out stronger than she did, and she did not deliver on her promo. It was weird that Byron came out, because she's a decent promo, so it's weird that Byron came out and they did it this way. Like, she talked about, her coming in here 11 short months ago, and now she's better than all the favorites. She says Nia didn't bully her. She allowed Nia to think that she was naive so that Nia would let her guard down. And she asked, oh no, she asked the WWE Universe to put some respect on her name, which they were already doing.
And she punctuated the put some respect on my name. Like, she didn't just say put some respect on my name. She was like, y'all need to put some respect on my name.
But here's the thing. So Nia's music hits when she says that. But here's the thing. Yo, G, welcome back. So the thing about this, Tiffany got all of the cheers. Every other person that came out got booed at one point a little bit. Even if it was just a little bit. I did not hear one boo for Tiffany. This is what
she
the
had
fans
half her titties out the whole time.
Jesus Christ.
No, she's the new champion. Everybody's glad to see it. Everybody got tired of seeing her in Nia's shadow, you know, worrying as to whether or not she was going to take it. Everybody was glad to see her finally take the fucking step and take the title. That's why she got so many. It didn't matter if you liked her or not. You respected the fact that she took the shot and she got it.
Yep.
Facts.
Absolutely. Big facts there. Big facts, actually. So Nia comes out. Nia says that Tiffany would be nowhere without her and that her plan was stupid and was the result of her rubbing two brain cells together. It's basically as smart as her plan was. She then tells Tiffy that Nia could give her title or she's going to take it. So my only comment to this here is that I wouldn't be so quick to say how stupid her plan was when it worked. Because what does that make you?
Like we were saying, she came out fucking hot.
Yeah.
Like, but I've never heard a wrestler in my, time since I've gone back, never heard somebody say, I could kill you. Like, yo, calm the triple Z's. Jesus Christ.
Well,
Good Lord.
And that's the thing. I liked it though because she really did come out and she showed
it showed the character. It showed the anger. I loved the emotion. I loved it's what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I'm just saying she came out hot.
Yep.
Dude, the only thing that saved Tiffy is that 4 of the wrestlers came out. That's legit the only thing that saved her ass because
that's true. They were about to tussle.
Coming out.
And then Bailey just came out like a fucking baseball bat. Blunt as shit.
Yeah. So, yes. I wrote down that Bailey comes out and basically says she wants the title. And that's all I put. Because Bailey came out and she was a dick, basically. She was saying that... She was
Bailey
saying
rolls
that
out
Nia's
and says,
stupid.
Nia, Tiffany, I don't know if your shit was stupid. Nia, I know you're stupid.
Yep.
And just went off from there.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
But with Nia, you saw more of that emotion, right? Like you saw more of the lip quivering and she's sad and she wants to cry, but she'd rather just beat your face in. You saw all that from Nia. I loved it. So that emotion that she's bringing to the forefront is really, really dope. Just to harp on that some more. But then after that, now we got Naomi coming out and Bianca coming out. Now here's the weird thing about this, right?
You notice those two were at each other's throats, up until the titles were in their hands, and now they're besties that go get their nails done on Saturday afternoon.
Well, they were definitely having a disagreement about Bailey. That was definitely a thing that was happening.
Yeah.
But here's the weird thing to me is that Naomi's like, oh, I would have 2 titles instead of 1. And blah blah blah, and I just want to say it again. Naomi attacked Jade. The whole that 2 title comment was giving Tommaso Ciampa levels of narcissism and gold title hunger. I hope to God honestly that I'm wrong because it'll be such an amazing swerve if it's not Naomi that attacked Jade. And I want that swerve. I want to see that. I want to be Swerve Strickland. You know what I mean? I want the swerve.
Whose house?
What's that? What?
I said whose house?
I don't...
Swerve's house?
Sure. Yeah, Swerve's house.
All right. You talking about Swerve Strickland and you don't know a fucking thing about him? Come on now.
Just let it go, man. Just let it go.
Fucking WWE racist.
Didn't he wrestle on that mud show?
E-drone. Okay, goddamn, man.
No, I'm
Branch
just
out.
messing.
This is why you can't find talent.
Uncultured swine.
I'm just messing. I know about him a little bit. Anyway, so basically this is gonna devolve, right? This whole situation kind of devolves because Nia mushes Naomi in the face and says, "Nobody cares about you. Why are you here?" And so Naomi gets in her face as she should, and Bianca gets in her face as she should. And then Nia says, "My head is bigger than both y'all's heads." Headbutt. It just takes them both out with a headbutt. And this just evolves into a fight. Tiffany.
Do y'all feel that Nia's intensity was better before she got the belt and then better after she lost the belt? Because it just kind of lulled out in the end?
You know, unfortunate for her. I don't know. I think you're right about that, but I think it would be her intensity level would have stayed higher if her crown hadn't gotten destroyed. Because, you know, we should be looking at the queen here, and they fucked up her crown, so she can't be the queen. And I think that's where we need to go with Nia. She needs to go back to Queen Nia and lord it over everybody, even though she ain't got a belt. Fuck you, I got a crown. Gotten destroyed. Bitch, I could collapse your chest in. Fuck off. You know?
Jesus Christ. I mean, I would just said that because, you know, we saw the intensity tonight, but where was that the past, like, 4 weeks? It just seemed like she wasn't talking shit. She was just talking to Candace and half-ass talking to Tiffy, and then she go out and wrestle and just sit on somebody. It wasn't like any emotion
but she
behind
couldn't
it.
have the intensity if she stayed with her whole intensity. This whole storyline with Tiffy really would have been for naught. Because if she'd stayed with her hardcore level of, you know, intensity, in theory, Naomi would have been squashed in just a few minutes, and there wouldn't have been a fucking problem.
And see, that's my point though, because, you know, even with Tiffy doing what she did the last go round, it could have been good with Nia's intensity. You know, she just gets blindsided because she's blinded by rage, and then Tiffy pulls the stun, and then Tiffy wins the belt, and then Nia just comes out and attacks Tiffy. But we just kind of
That's what I expect to continue happening from here.
Right. Well, T, you were gonna say something?
I was just gonna say, the intensity thing. That's why it's good that's why it's good to switch the titles around more frequently. If you're gonna change if you're gonna change the titles around a lot, like every 2 months or whatever, then the wrestlers become more hungry. They want to get in the ring more. They want to show that they're, you know, that they're the next champion or whatever. But if I'm a Liv Morgan and I hold the belt for a full year, like, how much can my Eskimo kisses with Dom and my, you know, my scandalous behavior and my scandalous clothes and talking about how sexy I am and, you know, the same moves that I do or whatever, like, how long is that going to stay relevant?
So I think that's one of the reasons that it's a good thing that they put the Intercontinental and the US in with the women, because you take the big belts and you put them on your big star power, you know, for an extended period. That's fine. But you have the rest of the roster. Show me what you fucking got. Show me you can get the crowd behind you to this point. Show me that you now have the star power to take this place. You know, Roman stepping back in, Roman held it for so long because he captivated the entire WWE universe. Roman was the company, and exactly, he still does. You know, so him being in the fight for the big belt makes sense because he's gonna bring the money. He's gonna bring the eyes. Whereas you throw some of the lowers, hey, take on the Intercontinental belt, take on the, you know, the USA belt. show me you're ready to contend at this level, and then let me put you in the ring with them. Let me put you on the mic with them, see where you end up. And when you inevitably get shit on, you go back down, you learn some more, and you try it again.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, honestly, and it might not even be Nia's fault that, you know, they didn't give her intensity or something. It could have been a storyline somewhere in there, but I don't know.
Triple H was like, yo, take this melatonin and chill out.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. But again, it could just be me. Maybe I'm just blabbing, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out because that shit was weird to me. You know, she came out, was like, dumb bitch tonight and whatever, and then like 2 months ago, she had just been talking to Candace like, okay, Tiffy, we're talking. Like, no, I need some intensity, bro.
Yeah. Hold on. There we go.
So we dive into this Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, so we're not in the Fatal 4-Way. And the Fatal 4-Way comes as Tiffany's leaving. And Nick Aldis comes out and says, see, this is the weird thing. I don't know why Bianca was a part of it.
Because she was there.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was going to say because she was there. But at the same time, I was thinking the same shit. I was like, yo, watch. Because she said Fatal 4. I was like, who the fuck is the fourth person? Well, I was like, why is it Bianca? That makes no sense.
Well, and that's the thing is I was like, I even tweeted out, I was like, okay, so the tag champs are in a match against each other against Bayley and Nia. I was like, make it make sense, Nick Aldis.
It gave him a way to get Naomi off her guard so she could be taken out of the fight.
No.
You know, a reasonable reason other than just being friends with Bayley, because we've seen her and Bayley put their shit aside for an actual match for a shot at the title before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So putting Bianca there when her and Bianca are clicking so well here recently, you're putting the two titles, the tag title holders against each other. Of course they're going to hold for a second, and that hold is enough to get, Bayley back in on one of them, or to get Nia back on her feet, which is what, Bayley and Nia got back on their feet, which is how they made the two of them go bloop, So I think that's all it really was. I think she was there just to provide that bit.
Yeah. And I say, you explaining it, it's like, all right, cool, that's a reason, but it's just, I don't know. I just felt weird about it. But I will say, and I'll just, as far as diving into it, and you guys can talk about, whatever parts of it, but
Triple H thought it would be some good shit.
From what I got from it, Naomi and Bianca spent a lot of time being a tag team in the match. They did a lot of that, which is to be expected. A lot of time was focused on attacking Nia, which again, to be expected. We got a brief view of Bayley and Bianca going at it, which was nice. I mean, we've seen it before, but to see it in this match was good. Just a reminder of, hey, this match is somewhere in the ethos, somewhere coming down the pipeline, and it's going to be amazing. A lot of people think Bayley is done because she was with a part of the Four Horsewomen and blah, blah, blah. Bayley is far from done. She's amazing. She annoys me sometimes, but she's still very good at what she does.
She the only one that's really wrestling right now. That's crazy. Well,
yeah,
wrestling in WWE.
That was true. Mrs. Monet is technically still botching things.
She's 3 belts Monet now. Apparently.
No, it's 4 belts now.
Jesus.
4? I thought it was 3 because
Nah,
she had 2 and then she won one in New Japan.
She just got a 4th one last week.
I thought that was good fucking 4 belts. Mercedes Monet.
Yeah.
Good shit, I guess.
She left WWE and she's kicking ass, man. I can say whatever I want about her, and that I don't like the way she left and all that shit, but doesn't matter. Anybody who's a hater like I've been, she's proven us all wrong, man. Like, she's out there kicking ass left and right. Got to give her props.
She's the exception to the rule.
Yep.
Yeah. Good for her.
So we get a small face-off between Naomi and Bianca. Bianca whips Naomi inadvertently with her hair, so all that's happening.
Is that because Candace?
Yeah.
Candace yeah, she got up on the ropes and just was like, "Yo, give me your hair." Bianca's like, "No, bitch, let me go." hits
Evidently,
Naomi right.
Bianca's shit is fucking elastic now too, as well as having a metal wire down it or whatever.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say that shit looked like it hurt. I remember I forgot who she whooped. Was it Becky?
It was Sasha.
It was Sasha that she whooped. Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit sounded horrible.
Yeah.
Like it sounded like a legit whip, like a slave whip. And I was
I
like,
think
yo,
she's
this
got
is...
a wire that runs through it.
The first
Like
time that happened, when it happened to Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks at the time, like you could literally hear the crowd like thinking, "What the fuck just happened?" Like no one, and then like they zoomed in on the mark, and everybody was like, "Jesus Christ!"
That crack was so fucking loud. Oh yeah, I said
like
that was a lot.
George started looking for the cotton.
Oh my god!
No.
All right,
All right.
we trying to get fans.
Man.
We're trying to get people to be a part of this podcast. You keep saying shit. Oh my god! By the way, y'all, please always feel free to comment, obviously, but please like and subscribe to the YouTube.
Yeah, like it after I say dumb shit, please.
We're really trying to build a community, and really.
They're trying to destroy that community.
And yeah, saying Dresh is trying to destroy the community. So like
this shit so I can keep saying dumb shit like that. I'm just saying.
don't let Dreschen win. All right, me and G.
Don't let Dreschen win.
If the community survives, I win. What are you talking about?
Oh my god! I thought he was about to say if the community survives. I was like, yo, relax.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you gotta relax. Damn.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Where's this racism coming from? Damn.
You. That's where it's
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was looking for the cotton, motherfucker.
Oh no. But either way, look, guys, the finish to this match is going to be the Rose Plant bow to Naomi, which, hey, she took out her friend. I mean, obviously they fought before while they were friends and whatever. It's
And the
another
outcome was
thing
the
where it's
same.
like, hey, this is another feud that's down the pipeline. It's somewhere in the ethos. It's gonna probably happen. So I would love to see. I would love to see Naomi and Bayley in the future. I don't know if it's pay-per-view level, but I'd still love to see it.
Now we're gonna start seeing people just randomly end up in the fucking windshields of cars.
Yo,
Bayley's
for real.
gonna end up.
Honestly, that's what I was expecting. I was expecting to find somebody else end up in the whole fucking windshield.
Drop me on my head. Whop.
Jeez.
Crazy.
So after this match, we're gonna go to the back. We're gonna see Cody and Jimmy hanging before the match. Jimmy tries to talk about Roman, and Cody says, "Look, man, it's all good. I knew this was coming. Whatever. Let's just focus on the night." Jimmy says, "All right, oos, bop 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 bop." Whatever they do, they didn't do all that.
Hey, you talk about me?
No, that was my attempt to make fun of the Sami Zayn handshake. But
that was kind of racist. He said they do the bop bop, but like motherfucker, we not scatting over here. Like what you talking about?
nah, you know how Sammy and Jimmy do the like whatever kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a handshake.
I know.
They do this shit. Yeah.
I don't think either one of us got it right just now, but
No,
it was
they go like
close.
this. That's what they do.
Either way, Carmelo Hayes is gonna come up, and
Random.
they're teasing this little feud again. Yo, Carmelo came up with some testicles too, man. He came up. He said, "Yo, it was 3 or it was 3 last week. Now it's just you and me. What's good?" And Jimmy like looked at him like side eye. He's like, "Mother, if you don't get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, because Jimmy shut his ass down there at the end.
He did.
He said, you know.
Yo, what's that little thing you say? Oh, Mello, motherfucker, you could build a house with all the bricks you got.
Damn. I mean, facts though. Where was he lying at? That
I know.
motherfucker, he been missing.
Which, man, that I don't know what he's going to do to Jimmy to start this match, but he's gonna cost Jimmy something, some match, something important, maybe for the U.S. title. I really don't know what it is, but it's gonna be something wild, and this feud's gonna be pretty dope. I really want to see Jimmy getting in there more, doing singles competitor stuff. He hasn't been doing a lot. I want to see him doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go with this because I think Carmelo will bring out a lot of good in him. You know.
Mm-hmm. He might turn into Jay Jr. You never know. Jay 2.0.
So all I know is in NXT, Melo didn't miss. So I don't know what this brick
I don't know.
Melo
Carmelo
is.
Hayes been missing. He been
Melo
missing
ain't
since he got to the main. Eh.
Motherfucker forgot to eat his Wheaties or something.
Something.
I mean, he's still good as shit. I'll give him that, and he's still not bad on the mic. So I don't know.
Yeah, because he's got the moves, he's got the mic skills. It's just he's just got to take the lickings before he gets up. You know what I mean? That's all it is, man. He's coming on the low rung. He's got to work his way up. I hate it, but they did the same thing to LA Knight too.
I mean, they did the same thing to everybody. You got fucking what was LA Knight's name beforehand? Rene Dupree. And then I sent y'all a video about poor Damian Priest. I was like, what the fuck is this?
What was his name? Alcaro or something?
Punishment Martinez.
Punishment Martinez. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Triple H, what the hell?
When you
bro?
say you gotta start at the bottom rung, I say that is the bottom rung right there.
You know, that is the problem too, because Triple H was over NXT when Punishment Martinez was a thing.
Punishment Martinez.
Crazy.
What?
I'm glad that didn't last long, man. I'm really glad that didn't last long. So, but
Yeah,
Riddle,
Damian
it was nice to
Priest
see
wasn't
Riddle in
too
the
far
ring, though.
behind
I
it.
hadn't seen Riddle in the ring in a long time.
Riddle, I don't think Riddle will come back.
He's not.
Mm-mm.
Nah,
He's over
there's-
AEW right now, if I remember right.
I don't know about that, but I know there's way too much
he's in
bad blood
TNA.
with him in WWE.
Okay, yeah,
TNA,
that
that's
makes
right.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, we're gonna get into our match, man. Jimmy Uso and Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. So before the match itself, we get told that Bayley and Tiffany will be next Friday. Excited for that. Super excited for that.
Bailey didn't seem too excited when they said it. I'm just gonna tell you.
Yeah, she looked tired. She's like, whatever.
Yeah, but should be alright. And then we also find out that Solo Sikoa is going to be here next week as well. So we got Solo Sikoa returning. That should be a good one. We talked about this before, but I want to say it here for all the people watching. I really like that they're giving Jacob Fatu a mic, or they're giving him a hot mic when he's on his way out to the ring. If anyone hasn't watched Jacob Fatu's promos outside of WWE, go see them. Like, for real. Like, the shit that he
MLW.
says off the top of the dome is nuts.
MLW. Him versus Bronson Reed.
So,
Man.
just talking about Fatu, Jacob. I swear, I know during Monday Night Raw, Zilla was there. I
Yeah,
swear
he
to
was
God,
there.
I saw him standing next to KO tonight too, in the crowd.
I don't know about
I
that, but he was
swear
definitely
one of those
Raw.
guys KO stopped next to was him. I don't know him that well from seeing his spots,
Yeah.
but there was something about the face. I looked at it. I'm like, yo, is that?
Could have been.
Anyway, moving on.
It definitely could have been. I mean, he's definitely last we checked, he was definitely signed to WWE, right? They signed him to a contract. They're just waiting.
Yeah, I think he's signed. I think he's doing the Performance Center.
Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna come up and be a beast, man. Like they have endless.
It's
endless.
It's interesting seeing them bring this new talent. I know they're not new to wrestling; they're new to WWE, and
Yeah.
they skip NXT. Like that's almost got to piss people off, man. The NXT level when these guys are out there putting their blood, sweat, and tears into it, and just because you're from a specific island, you ain't got to deal with NXT. You go right to the main roster.
Well, it's not necessarily. I mean, it's not necessarily that. It's just that WWE has a. I mean, they have a storyline. They have things that they have things that they want to do, and if I guarantee you, there's a bunch of people who are Samoan who could be part of the bloodline that aren't because WWE isn't ready. WWE thinks they're not ready. Guarantee you. But the thing is, like someone like Jacob Fatu, or the what do they call them, Gorillas of Destiny?
Yeah.
Like they are not like some random newcomers. They're seasoned.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm not saying they're random newcomers. It's just the perception of because I fit into this storyline, I just get to skip to the head of the table.
Well, I mean, they waited to debut each of them. I'm guessing they tested them out in as far as the performance area, just not on live, just to kind of get a feel, see if they'll be good for it. So I feel like they tested each one of them out, and
I mean they go to the performance center. All of them have had time there since they've been signed.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know. It seems like to some people that could be a perception that's not cool, but
I feel
Jacob Fatu is he's wonderful. Now that they're giving him a mic instead of "I love you" solo, and that's all he can fucking say. Tonight's stuff, I mean, he was wonderful on the mic. He made his presence known. He still had that insanity vibe to him, but he could actually talk, which was cool.
Yep.
Whereas like Tama Tonga, I think the only thing he said all night was
So the thing is the whole "I love you" solo and all that kind of stuff. That's what got him, in my opinion, that's what got him to be noticed by people in WWE creative. I would assume to be like, yo, this guy probably has something to say. Let's give him a mic. Because I feel like a lot of people in WWE creative probably sit with their head in the clouds. They don't. They're probably not aware as much as fans are about like different promo skills and things like that of other wrestlers outside of WWE. I would just assume that. I don't know that for a fact, but unless you're a scouter, I would assume that if you're a producer, you don't really know. But either way, so in the match itself, Jimmy spends a good time like getting his ass kicked. I mean, like, obviously he gets offense in there, but he spends a lot of good time getting his ass kicked. He's the guy who's going to give the hot tag to Cody. And when Cody gets that hot tag after the first commercial, he takes out Tama with a disaster kick, suicide dives, and a whole array of other moves. Jacob Fatu is going to get involved as well, and even Cody's going to have, like, answers for Jacob, like, temporarily. The biggest issue is that KO's going to come out, and Cody is going to hit a top rope Cody cutter to Jacob Fatu, get him out of the ring, and then when KO comes down the ramp, it's just like he said last week, it's on sight. On sight, gets out of the ring, chases him, they start fighting, fights him out of the ring. The problem is, obviously, as everybody saw...
we say that became an issue, but Jacob was the legal man, wasn't he? Jacob and Jimmy were the legal men in the fight. So, like, the fight ended, the rest of it, Tama Tonga tagged in after Jacob, did out of ring shenanigans that was within the 10 count, put him back in the ring. Tama Tonga tagged in and finished it. The rest of that fight, technically, Dipshit had no horse in the fight. They did not cheat to finish the fight. The numbers game didn't come in until after it was over, until after it was won. And even then, they only hit one or two extra things and then were more concerned with standing tall, looking good. So, yes, Cody abandoning Jimmy looked bad, but in the system of the fight, I don't think it really played an issue. I don't think it really played into it at all.
Well,
because it was only two more sequences from when Cody left to when it was done.
Yes, but Cody being there
perception
would have lended a hand, definitely.
Yeah, but the perception of it, because I mean, does Jacob Fatu get that 3 count with Cody on the ring apron?
But Tama Tonga wasn't out. Tama Tonga was standing tall, looking good. If Cody had tried to interfere, you've got Tama Tonga to step in as well.
True.
It wasn't a situation where you had one of them down and the other one just trying to roll it up. You had both of them standing, so if Cody had tried to interfere, he'd have took Tonga to the head.
That's fair, but plot armor.
At the end of the day, I don't think Cody going after KO made much difference in the fight. I know it was, and in all honesty, Jimmy should have been expecting it because Jimmy knows how the man is.
It's fair. This is also going to start. I think this is also going to start a divide between Jimmy and Cody a little bit too, because I feel like next week there's going to be a conversation where Jimmy's like, "Yo, you left me, dude. Like you have to get KO out of your head. You just left me." Like I feel like that's going to be a conversation. But you know,
God damn, Cody's about to
I think it was a good fight. It was a good fight. That Cody cutter off the top rope looked painful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He normally does it off the middle rope. He hit that off the top rope, and it's like, ooh, that sucked.
You got to when you're going against the werewolf, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
I'm still surprised the man wears his grills while he's in the ring.
Man, he don't give a fuck. It's probably they're probably permanently on his face.
You gonna lose teeth.
Right.
But either way, the finish is gonna be Jimmy doing a spear, going for the Uso splash on Tama, hitting it. But when he gets ready to do the pin, Jacob's gonna get involved and tag himself in. Jacob hits the hell.
I don't even know what he calls that move.
It's I wrote it down. The Impaler DDT. He hit the Impaler DDT and then he hit the moonsault. And then the match is done. After the match, we go to the back. KO and Cody are fighting. Looked like KO was going to get the upper hand. Kind of set him up on a tech box and put him in a position for what looked like a power driver through the table on the concrete. Like that shit would have been.
I think he was going to go through I think he was going to go for another package power driver or power bomb.
Yeah, it was gonna be something. I said power bomb or power driver. I wasn't sure yet, but either way, it doesn't happen. Cody fights out of it, tackles him through the tables. Officials come out, check on both men, and SmackDown comes to a close. And that is SmackDown. That is Smackadown. So, gentlemen, what do y'all think of SmackDown? Give me a rating. Give me a rating 1 to 10.
7-8.
I'd give this one a 7.5.
Yep. And I'm actually right there with you. I would give it a 7 or an 8. So 7.5 sounds Gucci to me. So we are in agreement. So what I'm going to do is, obviously we'll be back for Raw. I'm going to try to get the Ninja Chat to work. I don't know why it didn't. I'm sure I just have some kind of setting wrong somewhere. We'll figure it out. And that way I'll be able to highlight your comments as they come up. But either way, gentlemen, did y'all have anything for us?
No.
G-Money? Okay. Also, I gotta say, man, I mean this in no kind of rude way, only in comedy. Throughout the podcast, it looked like the Thing from Addams Family was just like touching your arm.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Hey, yo, relax. Relax.
That's,
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
So, alright, well with that, everybody watching, thank you again for watching and hanging out with us. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want good news and if you want good reviews, then you come here to It's All a Work. Yeah. Snap into a podcast.
That beanie too small for his head.